Oh, it's dark. Any other lights? Any dimmer? Still can't see anything? Okay, good enough. Alright, you can come on in. This is Jerry. You've seen him before about a month ago now. This is Molly, in case you couldn't tell by her new haircut she has. If you didn't know already, we're having the 32-team bracket, which is what Jerry's holding right now. It's pretty cool. And we're going to show you who played who and who got into the Sweet 16. So up first we had Gage Bear playing Wendy. Gage won. Bray played Annie. Bray won. Jackson played Jack. Jackson won. Bono played Stinky. Bono won. Ethan played Austin. Ethan won. Warren played Sabrina. Warren won. Kane played Caden. Caden won. Molly played Johnny. Molly won. Kevin played Raven. Levi won. Scout played Josh. Josh won. Coco played Butterball, and Coco won. Chewy played Dominic. Chewy won. Calvin played Whoopi. Calvin won. Abraham played Julius. Abraham won. Andy played Peanut. Andy won. Chris played Teddy. Chris won. So now we're in the Sweet 16, which will be played on March 3rd, which is on Saturday. It'll be Gage versus Bray. So Jerry, who do you think will win between me and Bray?
Well, looking at the record and past performances, I think Gage's got it wrapped up.
Okay. Honestly, I believe that I will win too. Jackson versus Bono. Who do you got on that one?
I'm gonna go with Jackson. I think he's a little more seasoned veteran. I think Jackson will pull it off.
Alright. I think it'll be a very, very close game. But I will think Jackson wins as well. Ethan versus Warren. This is a tricky one here. Ethan's just now coming back from a fractured foot. And Warren is 37 years old and still plays. Do you think his age will affect him, or do you think the fractured foot healing coming back will affect Ethan more?
Well, being 37 years old, I don't know. It's kind of hard to get your head into it sometimes. Of course, Ethan's been injured. I'm gonna go.
See, now start. Okay, as you were saying, sorry for the interruption, guys. Who do you think will win between Ethan and Warren again?
I'm gonna take Ethan in that one.
Okay. I'm gonna have to say Ethan as well because Ethan's younger. I think the age will affect more than the fractured foot coming back. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Ethan as well. Caden or Molly?
I'm going with Molly all the way. She has proven to me that she knows the game, and she'll be fired up for it.
Honestly, I don't know how Caden beat Kane, but Caden, you got a tougher opponent, so definitely Molly. Okay, Levi or Josh?
Levi all the way. He's more into it than Josh, a little more athletic. He's got the height too, so I'm going Levi.
Same. Josh just doesn't try his best half the time, so I just think that'll affect him during this game. So I'm going to have to go with Levi as well. Calvin or Coco and Chewy?
I really don't know too much about either of these, but and the records are close. I guess I'm gonna have to go with Chewy.
Honestly, by what I see in performance, when I met both of them, I know a little more about Chewy than Coco, but knowing Chewy, he's literally just like a Molly, just bigger size. So I'm gonna have to go Chewy over Coco. Calvin or Abraham?
I'm gonna go with Calvin. Hopefully his head's into it. Sometimes I don't know about that boy, but I think I'll stick with Calvin.
Honestly, Abraham's going to put a really good fight against Calvin. Calvin's probably going to struggle a little bit because he has one of them days every once in a while. And I think that day will happen. So I'm going to have to say Calvin still, but it's going to be a good one. I know that. Okay, 39-year-old Andy or 13-year-old Chris?
I'm going to take Andy in this one. When Andy's put up to the challenge, he usually comes through. So I'm going to go with Andy on this one.
Honestly, this is the one I had to think about most. Honestly, my dad's been talking about he really wants to play and stuff, get out here and enjoy it, but he does not want to get hurt. So, honestly, if my dad plays, I'm sure my dad will win. But if my dad doesn't want to play and doesn't feel up for it, I'm going to have to go with Chris. So, if they both play, I'm going to have to go with my dad. So, I'm going to say Andy. Andy will beat Chris. Okay, next round. We have Gage versus Jackson. Who you got, Gage or Jackson?
Gage all the way.
Yeah, I'm going to have to say Gage. A.K.A. me right here. I just think that I'm a lot stronger than Jackson and opponent-wise. So I feel like I can win. Okay, we both picked Ethan and Molly. So, Ethan or Molly in the Final Four?
I'm gonna stick with Molly. If she's into it, she should be able to handle this game. I'm going with Molly.
Honestly, I'm gonna have to agree on that one too, because if Molly gets into it, she's really strong fighter. That's why she's ranked number 5. Yes, she's not number 1, but number 5 she's still pretty good the way she's playing. I honestly think that if Ethan was healthy completely and never had a fractured foot, I think Ethan would win all the way. But when Molly cuts, that'll probably put a lot of pressure on that ankle, where Ethan might not be able to participate as well as he honestly thinks he should. So honestly, I'm going to have to go with Molly as well. Alright, Levi or Chewy?
Levi all the way. Matter of fact, I think Levi is going to end up in the finals, probably taking on Gage.
I feel like Levi will win that one. I mean, yes, Chewy's a dog, but Levi's human. But if Levi's hip doesn't hurt that day, Levi all the way. Calvin and Andy.
Calvin gets intimidated a lot, and Andy's not going to let a youngster beat him, so I'm going to stick with Andy.
Honestly, I'm sorry to say, but I'm going to have to disagree with that. I'm honestly going to have to say that Calvin's going to actually beat my dad. I mean, I don't know. I think Calvin will take the W. Okay, we have a Final Four now. Me or Molly in the Final Four?
Molly's already upset Gage a couple times, but I think her luck will run out here. So I think Gage, in a fairly close game, will take this one.
I feel the same way about that one. I mean, the last 2 games that I had to play against Molly, I actually lost. So now that I think that this game means a lot more than it did before, I honestly think since it's the Final Four to go to a championship, I think I'm going to take that spot. So I'm going to say I will win against Molly to go to the championship. Okay, we both had different opinions, so we're going to let you go first. Levi or my dad?
Again, I think if if Andy isn't worn out by now. He gets fired up for this kind of stuff, so. And Levi's been hurting a little bit. I'm going to have to go with Andy on this one.
Ooh, father and son in the final two Jerry has. It's a pretty good chance that'll happen, but I mean, there's some good opponents in there, so my dad's going to have to give a lot of effort. So will I. So mine was Levi and Calvin. I'm going to have to say, well, the last couple times that they both played, Levi's been getting Calvin by a touchdown. So honestly, I really hope Calvin shines and does his best and does really well, but I'm going to have to say Levi's going to take that. But it'll be a really good game. So, our third place game you have is Levi and Molly. Who's going to win between Levi and Molly in the final three? 'Cause you got third place game. That's the third place.
I think Levi is going to be a little upset that he didn't make it to the championship. And Molly, she don't care. She's just out to have fun. So I think Molly's going to pull off third place.
Okay, so Jerry thinks that Molly will win against Levi for third place. Let's see, I have Calvin and Molly in the final four, but in the third place game. Let's see, Molly or Calvin. Honestly, I think if Molly shows up, has absolutely the most energy she possibly can, I think Molly will take it. But if Molly does not have energy and stuff, I think Calvin will take it. So overall, I'm going to have to say Calvin's going to beat Molly for third place. Okay, so you have me and my dad in the final two. Who you got in this one? Before you say anything, let's get back to September 1st of 2017. My dad's birthday. Went to double overtime. My dad ended up falling on the curtain. Remember that? Scraped his back, whole arm. And my dad still managed to finish the whole game. Okay, now I'm going to let you pick between me and my dad.
Well, I think between father and son, I think right now, son is at the age that he wants to show his dad he's pretty good. And in a very close game, I think Gage will pull it out.
Okay, so Jerry has Gage finishing first, my dad finishing second, Molly finishing third, and what was it, Levi? Levi finishing fourth. Wow, that's actually pretty good. Any of them four could take it in that top four of yours. For me, between me and Levi, I'm going to say...
Take a break here.
I'm going to say I'll take it against Levi. Easy. 2 games to none, 21-7. Man, what do you think about the championship, too?
That's all, folks.
So, Marshall Myers, what's his final score to Gage and Andy in the final two?
I'm going to say 28-21 Gage.
Good score. Molly, what do you think? Good enough for me. So now, I had me and Levi going to the final two. I think I'll take Levi 2-0. And the first game is going to end up 21-14 me, and the second game is going to end up 21-7. So I think it'll be pretty close, but I'm going to take it. So me and Jerry both had different final twos, but same outcome. We both had me winning the championship for the second time in a row. So we'll find out how this turns out as Molly is going to say peace. Right, Molly? You going to say peace? Yeah. I say bye-bye. Give me paw. Give me paw. Give me paw. Right here. Not up there. Right here. There you go. Good girl. Yes, you are. Here is. Good girl, Molly. Hopefully you can beat your opponent. That'll be a good game. Molly, say goodbye.